problem is that the Portuguese state doesn't consider the possibility of two people of the same sex having kids together. They don't consider that a family. So, for example, our two kids, they just have my name in their documents. The other person, the other mom, it's no one in their life. Doesn't exist in their lives. So, if anything will happen to me, and I was sick last year, I took my breath and I was in Kenya for almost a year. And it was a very frightening moment because I realized, I knew it already, but in that moment it really came as a punch in the face that if anything happens to me, they probably will be delivered to this institution. Okay, that won't happen because they are big enough to talk. But legally, the other mom doesn't exist in their life. Don't have any kind of responsibility or right. Okay, you could show it.
It's here, it's her name, and in the other side, X. The X means it's basically not there.
And what do you think about it, Luna?
I think it's just wrong.
Why?
They should change the law so that I could have my other mom's name in the cards.
Would it change anything to have her name in your documents? What will it change?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
It will change something in the way you feel?
Really no. She's my mom and I know that.
Probably it won't change anything in the way we organize, we love, we are responsible for each other. But it will, for him, it's not a big issue. But it will really change things. It will change, for instance, the way that the Portuguese state look at us. We would be reconsidered as a family, recognized as a family. That's important. That's important for everybody, not just for us, but for the organization of the country, for the way that we live together. I think it's not right for a state to say, oh, your family is right, but your family is not right. Oh, you are allowed to have that kind of family, but you are not allowed to have that kind of family. It's an abuse. They are telling us that you can love or not, who you can love or who you can't love.
Yoga to me is mainly this center is like my second home. It's the place where I like to be, to meet people, to be available for them, to welcome people from all around the world, like you. In 2010, there was this law passed that allowed for the homosexual marriage. Unfortunately, the only way that we managed to make that law pass in the parliament was to include an exclusion, which means that two men or two women can legally marry, and have almost all the same rights than an hetero couple, but they cannot legally adopt children. Portugal is a really conservative country. It's a small country. I'm afraid I have to say that also with small-minded people, and there's a strong impact of a strong force driven by religion, Catholic Church, and that really influences people. And there's also the problem that people tend to judge a lot, and I'm afraid we're not quite that open as other countries are, even our neighbor Spain, and it's hard to change people's minds. So we're trying to do that step by step, baby steps. We're trying to make it happen, but it's conservatism and the religious groups that are really strong and well funded also. This is in Portuguese, but basically it asks, how is your family? Okay, so like two moms, one mom and one dad, just one mom, a monoparental family, two dads, a grandmother, a grandfather, and an uncle. So there are several kinds of families already.
A lot of people say is that it's not a normal family, and that it's bad if you have two mothers or two fathers, that a child can't grow up like that. That you need to have a father and a mother, that kind of stupid stuff. Well, I mean, on the one hand, I mean, there are so many children growing up with just a father and just a mother, and that's completely fine. It just depends a lot more on the parenting itself. I guess a child will have a lot more problems with bullying and with people not accepting that he has homosexual parents, and not actually with the fact that he has homosexual parents. That is where the problem is. And I guess that's what a lot of homosexual parents in the end are afraid of. Oh, my child might get bullied at school, or I will get weird looks from the teachers because I'm a homosexual parent. But the problem is not in the parenting itself. And it's just complete bullshit to say that the child will get homosexual as well. That's complete bullshit. It's not something like you can learn how to be homosexual. The only thing that your child will be from such a family, the child will be more open-minded. We need a lot more open-minded people in this world. I don't know why people are so much making homosexuality such a problem. Like, I mean, why do you care so much what other people are doing? Why do you care so much about the life of other people? Just let them be what they want and don't judge them, and just focus on your own life. Focus on yourself and being happy. And then why are you worrying about other people that they date someone of the same sex?
I have two cats, part of the family. They are cute, very cute. Names? Simon and Nico. And my mom is... I don't know how I can describe him.
Okay. And how is your relation with Fabiola?
Is very strong because it's a normal relation, doctor, mom.
And with Anna?
Is actually the same.
The ones that don't know me for a while sometimes ask those questions. Like, do you have a dad? That's the question that they almost always say.
And what is their reaction when you answer?
I usually answer that I don't have a dad, and they just say sorry, and I say it's no problem.
In the day that the law was voted in Parliament, there was this strike of the workers in public schools. So their school was closed during that day. And we stayed, and my school, I'm a teacher, so my school was closed too. And we stayed, the three of us, at home. in the Portuguese television, in cable television, there is this parliament channel where they transmit the main debates in real time. So we were, the three of us at home, and we were watching it on TV. We ended up crying, the three of us. My daughter wanted to go there, and she said, I have to go there. They don't know anything. They have to speak with me. If they speak with me, they will understand. They are just making laws, but they don't know what it means. They don't know that Anna is the best mother in the world. If I'll go there, I'll tell them, and they will change it. And it was a very sad moment, because I just told her and said, this is democracy also. You have to respect it. Most of the people who were there in that moment didn't want to change the law. But they don't know the reality. I said, okay, we'll go there. And it was a very difficult moment for all of us, especially because as I was sick, and we all felt a little bit fragile and vulnerable to what could happen, and what was a sad moment. They understand that their family is not properly seen. They recognize that it should change, but they are children. They live, they are happy, they have a lot of people who love them, and they are fine as they are. But especially in that day, they realize that it's not fair. This kind of situation is not fair. It's not fair for me or for the other mother, but especially it's not fair for them. They are the ones who are in a vulnerable position. They are more fragile, more exposed, their rights are not complete as Portuguese citizens, because their family is not recognized by the Portuguese state. The big message for me, and I think I could send to the world, is try to be happy. If we try to be happy and to make other people happy around us, we will all have a brighter future. We'll take care of our kids, we'll take care of our neighborhood, we'll take care of our planet, and things will continue getting better.